Hi everyone, I am just going to walk you through my course that I've made. It's called Using Blackboard to Promote Scientific Communication, and here is the home page if you click on the site, if you join the class. And I cleared out everything, so it's very easy to find that you just click Start Here, and that takes you right to the announcement that will take you right to the content. So I set it up in one module because in the future this is going to be a series of modules in one big course. So the snippet that I did is just the part where you implement Blackboard in the classroom, and I felt I could get away with this because I knew the teachers I launched this to are pretty familiar with Blackboard and they kind of knew how to use it. So I figured I could kind of cut to the chase a little bit. So you click on that, and here is the pre-assessment survey, and it's just a Google form, and then they can submit it, and then they go on to page 2 of 6, and then here I made a EduCanon video of me walking through a Prezi, and I can play it a little bit just to give you an idea. And so I just walk through the Prezi and kind of explain. It's just an introduction, an overview of what's going to happen. Just a little 5-minute video. And then I'll fast forward to the EduCanon, the question part. So because there's a lot of information on the screen, I wanted to add the opportunity, instead of a question here, it's just once you've read all the information, click continue to continue. So it's not a yes or no type of thing. So continue, I read all the standards, and then it continues on. Okay, so that just goes on, and then they go to the next one, which is an example of a discussion forum, which is what I'm suggesting you use in a classroom, is just how you can kind of incorporate it into a lab scenario. So this is directed for high school science. So this is how to use a discussion forum on a lab or in a lab that you already do, trying to make it real seamless. So this is what pops up, and you can click here to launch, and it just takes it to an example forum that I set up so that when you come in you can kind of get an idea. I made some example posts and stuff like that, and people commented, and I gave examples on what I would do with a grading if you wanted to use this for formative assessments and things like that. So you can always get on and read these, and you can see one of my participants has already tried it out and make sure they're clear on what to do so they can do this in a classroom. And then once you look through the discussion forum, unfortunately there's no really good way to go back to the content except for clicking content here. And then you can go, so this was where we were, and then the next step is another EduCanon video that actually takes you step by step through creating a discussion board. So I do it real time in the video, and with EduCanon I did the same similar thing that I did in my first one. So I have a Prezi, and then as you can see I have questions here, so I'll fast forward to one of these. So I talk about how to get logged on, and then I have a question pop up, which is really just a pauser, you know, kind of just a pause feature. And I'll wait for it to pop up because this one has a lot of information. Okay, so you can follow along with this video as it walks you through step by step to create a discussion forum in Blackboard. When these pop up, minimize the video and replicate what the video has demonstrated. Okay, and then I give the link of how they can get on Blackboard for my Columbus City School co-workers. And then, so once they follow the steps that I just showed, continue, 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 and then it goes on to the next step. So this is long, it's a 15-minute video, and but it's pretty thorough. I mean, I go through all the settings and, so I just talk about a lot of different things and setting the dates and different options. And then towards the end here, I do the same thing and show you how to delete and how to reply, and just really, really detailed walkthrough for somebody who gets overwhelmed by all the different settings on Blackboard or isn't sure, what the different things do. So I just go through, explain it. They can follow along if they want. And then Educanon kind of helps them know when a good time to pause is to set it up, and it's not too much information at once or too little. So, well, at least that was my hope. We'll see what the evaluations say though. And then I just have one more summary page to review this overview and learning objectives that I had in the first Prezi video, which are all right here. And if they did miss something, I just put where they could find it within this module. And then my resources, since I'm presenting this to teachers in an educational manner, I figured I need to let them know everything I used, because hopefully they're watching this and was like, oh my gosh, Educanon's awesome, or wow, how did she make this presentation, whatever. So here's a list of resources I did use. There's really no task on here except just to kind of just double check your work. And then the last one is the evaluation, which is also a Google form. Very similar to the first one. A lot of the questions are the same, so I can just compare the numerical value here, like how familiar are you with Blackboard. So if they started with a 1, hopefully they're, a 3 or a 4 after watching mine, or how confident are you using as a student, as an instructor. So these things, and then of course there's the how likely are you to use Blackboard, so did you really get comfortable using it with this professional development. And I still ask the same, I asked this before and after, what barriers do you anticipate? So I'm really interested to compare if their barriers changed or went away from their pre-assessment, and that's basically the gist. So if you'd like, get in here, check it out. Otherwise, I really look forward to your feedback to see if you have any ideas on how I can tweak it to make it better. Thank you so much.